My name is Angela.
My name is Nicole.
And welcome to the Ominous Stitch podcast. Hello, Stitchers.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Ominous Stitch podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
The last one of the year, 2023.
Yay!
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Hey, we changed up the songs this time. It's the holiday season.
Which is always in my head.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, we sang that 100 times last episode. When I was editing it, I was laughing so hard because I was like, we keep singing the same song.
We can't help it.
I know. It gets stuck in your head.
Yes. That ear, what is it called?
Earworm. I'm not doing it today. There is a really cool, I know. There's a really cool YouTube channel about earworms, and it tells you, I watched it like a long time ago, so I don't really remember it, but it was really cool about like different earworms and why they become earworms and why they it was really neat. So if you're a music nerd, hi Kate. Like Nicole and I, you guys might enjoy that. It's cool.
That's fun. It's funny, my music therapy faculty, he's retired now, but he would say that whatever song pops in your head has something related like with your life. That's what he says. It just pops in, that's like that you haven't just listened to or anything. It's like, okay, that's something going on in your life.
Interesting, because the one that has been in my head over and over again is Mamacita.
Yeah,
Donde está Santa Claus?
I was singing that too.
It's in my head all of the
love that
time
one.
for like days. Now I just put it back. I got it out, and now it's back in my head. Ooh, I like the way you sing it.
Because there's a version I have on my Spotify that's by Gunther, I think. I don't know. He's new. And it's like, he's very deep. He's like, Mamacita.
Ooh.
It's like, ooh.
This is a little sexy one.
Yeah, I like it. So,
well, I think it's in my head because of there's a commercial with llamas in it, and they're dancing to that song.
It.
That's probably why.
That's probably
it makes
why.
me think of my little alpacas.
Yay.
Look at them dance.
Holiday alpaca.
So,
yes.
This episode, again, I have no idea what it's about, but I know it's a Christmas one.
You're going to love it.
I'm excited.
I love this one. I'm very excited.
Yay. Yeah, I know. You were like, I'm so excited to do this one. So I'm ready to dive in.
Yeah.
My stitch is not Christmassy, but it has to do with, I'm about to have a teenager.
No.
By the time this releases, I will have a teenager.
How does it feel? Do you feel old?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm old enough to obviously I am old enough to have a
your
teenager,
mindset, you feel young still. I do too.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm like, you were just little.
She's bigger than me.
She's we went back to back today, and I might have a quarter of an inch over her, maybe.
No.
Yeah, she's tall.
Big girl.
I know.
But sweet
she's
girl.
So grown up. She's very, very sweet.
Yeah, you raised her right.
So I love you, my little 13-year-old.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So my stitches from my crochet stitches for her.
Aww.
My stitch is about the holidays.
Oh. Well, what's your stitch?
I'm not singing it.
You better not. I will.
Shopping gives me such anxiety, and I know you love it. You are such a good shopper.
I love online
You're
shopping.
So good at it.
No. I'm good at online shopping.
Uh-huh.
I hate going out to stores.
Oh,
it's the worst.
See, I
don't like people.
I don't either. And it's always been that way. Whenever I go to a mall or somewhere that's crowded, I get very overwhelmed.
Anxiety, right?
Yeah, I get very overwhelmed, and I get very tired, and I just feel like there's a lot of energy and a lot of people coming at me, and I'm like,
I feel sick if the air feels like sometimes Target. The air quality.
Really?
Yeah. And so I feel like I have to rush because I don't feel good.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. It's like stale air circulating or something.
At first, when I'm shopping, I feel good. And I'm starting off like, okay, this is fun. This is good. And I start putting things in my cart. And I'm like, okay. And then there gets a point where I'm looking at my cart and I'm like, start seeing dollar signs.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, it's too much. It's too much. And then I start panicking. And I'm like, I got to leave. But yeah.
That's good though, I guess.
I don't know.
Some people don't see it that way. They're
my gosh.
They get that adrenaline rush, that shopping,
I don't. I'm like, I'm spending money. I don't want to spend money. But yeah, I always get, I don't know.
That might be good for
And then I never think I have enough for everybody. I mean, that's always true. Whenever I'm hosting anything, I'm like, I don't have enough food, and I always have way too much food. And then I always think I don't have enough, or I'm forgetting somebody. Those are always my anxieties around the holidays.
Yeah.
And I have a stack of things that I need to wrap. My husband and I, we have vowed to not do it this year, but every single year we don't wrap anything until Christmas Eve because we just are too busy. And so Christmas Eve rolls around and we're like, uh-oh.
Too much. I used to be that way too.
Yeah.
This year I changed it. I was like, I do not want to be up till 3 a.m. wrapping presents.
Yes.
Too much.
That's us. And we get mad at each other and we're like, nah.
And you're tired and you don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. So I'm going to start wrapping now so that everything is good and ready.
And you're ready to go.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's good. I hope you do that because that's insane.
Yeah. So this is my promise to myself.
You better hold it. I'm going to text you.
And hopefully all my shopping is done.
Hopefully.
Oh my gosh.
I see the
I know
wheels cranking in her head right now.
Again, I need to write everything down so I don't have a repeat of like a million brain farts like I did in November.
Just get a piece of paper. You don't need a notebook. Just write stuff down. I promise it helps.
Okay. So what's got you in stitches?
Oh, I have a fun unofficial movie review because I have to talk about it.
Okay, what?
So last year I wanted to see this because it was in the theater. Never had time because, it's holidays.
Yeah.
And we watched it a couple nights ago and it's awesome. It's Violent Night. Did you see it?
No, I wanted to. And my husband and I have talked about it.
Yes. You have to see it. If you guys have seen it, tell me because I want to hear what you think of it. But David Harbour is the best.
Him.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the best Santa.
I'm sure he is.
Especially for this movie. Oh, it's amazing. And it combines all your favorite holiday movies. And then
really?
Yes. And then pushes it to obviously a more violent nature. It's
obviously,
so good.
What is it streaming on?
Prime Video.
It's streaming on Prime?
Prime Video.
I can totally watch it.
You can watch it.
We got rid of Netflix.
I know. And you know what?
So sad.
That's okay. Netflix didn't have that much stuff. So
okay.
But yes, Prime. It's so good. David Harbour is, like I said, the best Santa. John Leguizamo is the best bad guy.
Oh, he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I was kicking myself because I thought the mom, there's this mom of this rich family. I thought it was Melanie Griffith. It's
I haven't seen
Beverly D'Angelo. She's the mom from Christmas Vacation.
Yes, she is.
So I was like, well, that's
good.
proper, but she just looks a lot different. She's got a lot of work done. But it is a great movie. You have to see it.
Okay.
IMDb only gave it, I think, 6.7 stars. Yeah.
Oh.
I give it like a 9.
Oh, really?
This is going to be my
high praise.
Christmas tradition because.
Can we watch it for the podcast or
Sure.
it's not paranormal?
No, we'll do a Patreon episode.
Santa's paranormal, yeah. No.
No, he does. He's got some cool magic up his sleeve, and that's the whole point of this whole movie. It's so amazing. So go see Violent Night.
Violent Night. Okay.
Amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, there's I'm just gonna give a little tiny spoiler. There's a scene where it's like Home Alone. But way more gruesome. And it looks real. It's so good.
Home Alone is scary. What he does, what Macaulay Culkin does to the villains, it's so bad.
He's pretty mean.
Oh my gosh.
But it's so family friendly. It's like a cartoon.
I know,
because
you just
you're
laugh.
like,
You're like,
they would have been dead by the first thing.
Dead.
Broken legs and things, right?
And the
But yeah, go see Violent Night. It's so good. I loved it. Right away I love this movie to my husband. And he's like, yes, it's really good. And at first you're like, it kind of starts slow, but it builds and it's and then it gives you, I don't even know if this is the background of Santa, but it goes into his background. It's so cool. I won't give it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will have to watch it.
Violent Night. Good job, David Harbour. You're my hero.
Yay.
All right. But this episode is going to be super duper fun. You see the episode. Angela doesn't.
So I know. They know what it
her.
is. I have no idea.
I even changed our movie review.
I know. That was so... It's like 2 days before. And she's like, can we watch this movie instead? And I'm like,
sorry. I love you.
I love you too. And because it's Christmas,
yes.
I begrudgingly watched another movie.
The other one was terrible though.
It was terrible.
So
maybe we'll
talk
save
about
it
it a little bit.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Do you want to save it? Do you want to talk about it?
No,
okay.
Let's go ahead and talk about it.
Black Christmas is just a piece of misogynistic crap.
Well, you know what? I made the mistake because I thought it was a different movie at first. I think there was a better holiday creepy movie that I should have made us watch, and I thought it was this one, and it's not.
Oh, okay.
But it had Carrie Ellie, and he was terrible though on it. Like,
yeah,
he was mean. But anyway, Black Christmas, you can see it if you want to, but it's terrible. So.
I wouldn't recommend.
No. But I'm excited for your stitch.
Me too. Should we get stitching?
Yes.
Let's get stitching. Okay, Stitchers. So for this week's stitch, I had to do this because it's my daughter's birthday.
Yay!
It's her 13th birthday. And she loves mushrooms and dragons and but like
fantastical
creatures. But mushrooms are her new like thing that she loves.
I love it.
Because she started felting and she would make these little mushrooms. And they're super cute, but then she only puts one eyeball on them. And that freaks me out. And so she likes to leave them places and like, look at this. Look
like
at
your
this.
elf
I'm
on
just
the
like,
shelf.
Stop this stupid one eyeball mushroom. So I decided I found this. It popped up on my YouTube. It's called Popping Mushroom Crochet Tutorial by Itty Bitty Mushie Pop.
Oh.
I'm sorry, by Cable and Canvas. That's the YouTube channel.
Got it.
The rest of the title is Itty Bitty Mushie Pop.
Itty Bitty
That's what
Mushie Pop.
It's an Itty Bitty Mushie Pop. And it's a kind of like a pop-up mushroom. So it's an amigurumi. So this is, I'm like leaning on Nicole. I'm like, Nicole, I messed something up, which I totally messed something up. And so she's helping me fix it right now.
Yes.
But, so it's the cutest little thing. It's really quick to make and the cap pops up. So it's just like it's so fun. It's just like a little,
in and out.
Yeah, it's like a little pop up.
it.
You know, you can have it like down on a mushroom or you can pop it up.
Aww.
And of course, I'm going to only be putting one eyeball on it for
Good.
my daughter.
Oh, that's sweet.
As much
Homage
as it
to your
pains
daughter.
me, I'm only putting one eyeball on
love it.
So yes, when you guys see the picture, it will only have one eyeball, and that's because it's for my daughter. So I'm like, when I'm making this, I have to like be sneaking around so that she doesn't see it when she's home. But anyway, it's a really, really cute. Cable and Canvas is the YouTube channel.
Cable and Canvas.
And she does the whole thing on the stream. It takes about a half hour.
That's amazing.
It's a really quick little thing that she makes.
I love quick projects.
And so anyway, go out and make this cute little mushroom today. It's a cute little stocking stuffer. So if you want to make something really quick, I think do you
think I can make one for her before I leave for Washington?
Yeah, you probably can.
Okay. Let's see if I can do it.
Okay. It'll be a race. We'll make them today. So Itty Bitty Mushie Pop, Cable and Canvas. Make one today.
Whoop, whoop.
They're cute.
Okay. That's it?
That's it. Yeah. I mean, it's amigurumi. So, you know, what do you need to know?
Magic circle?
Magic circle. I'm getting much better at magic circles.
Good
and then,
job.
of course, it's, single crochets. The one thing that you get to do is you do have to embroider the little dots on the mushroom cap if you want to. But I mean, that's really simple.
You don't even have to if you didn't want to, right?
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. And the steps are really simple to make, and she just takes you through everything, and she makes it there live, or not live on the YouTube, but she does it the whole thing, so you can watch the whole thing.
Does she have a written pattern, or is it just all?
Yes, there is a written pattern for purchase.
Oh, for purchase.
For purchase,
got
yes.
it.
But if you want to do it with her, then it's free.
I love it. I love it.
Yay!
I'm sure she's gonna love it too.
Yeah, I know she's gonna love it. She's gonna be so excited.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a really quick stitch time. But
well, my story time might take up. So.
Oh, okay, good.
We're good.
Well, then let's go ahead and get to story time.
Woo,
then.
woo.
Woo, story time.
You ready?
I'm so ready. What are we talking about today?
Ominous holiday legends around the world. So if you've been one of our listeners from the beginning, you may have tuned into last holiday episode, right? Where I touched it on Krampus. That was so fun.
Two of my favorite YouTubers went to the Krampus festival.
Did they
this
really?
year. Yeah.
I bet they had so much fun.
It's Kara and Nate. They travel around the world.
Nice.
And they're hitting like 9 different Christmas marts right now.
Yes.
And so they went to the Krampus festival and she was terrified because to me, it looks like it's Fright Nights because they just like come up at you and they're like,
yeah, they're creepy.
Yeah, it's so scary.
That's funny. Yeah. So with the Krampus, I'm going to actually talk about one of those festivals. It's Perkton, but we'll go into that. But so this week I wanted to bring the other spooky holiday legends, and there's so many more than I could write about because it was fun.
I'm sure. I'm
There's
so
many
excited.
fun. Okay, but yeah, this is gonna fuel your nightmares during this festive time of year.
Oh
no! All right. Now Europe has some deep folklore roots, as we've learned with Krampus. But did you know there's a similar character like Krampus from Germany or the Palatinate region? Okay, cut that real quick.
Okay.
Did you know there's a similar character like Krampus from Germany or the Palatinate region in Europe called Belsnickel or
Belschnickel?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. From The Office.
Exactly.
The Office. I love it. You have a picture of Dwight as Belschnickel. I love it.
Yep. He's also known as Chris Kinkle or like she just said, Belschnickel or Pelsnickel, or sometimes the Christmas woman when dressed in women's garbs. Yes. And then I said, did you watch The Office? So yeah.
Yes, I did.
So
I
that's
love that one.
And we'll talk about him a
Are
little more.
you feeling impish?
Yes. I love it. Yeah. So some believe that Belschnickel was based on an older German myth, the Knecht Ruprecht, or a servant of St. Nicholas, and a character from northern Germany. In this interpretation, Belschnickel travels alone to visit homes of children, carries a switch or a rod for the naughty children, as well as pockets full of cakes, candies, and nuts for those who are well behaved. But many cultures here view Belschnickel as a paired figure along St. Nicholas or Santa Claus when he visits children, as to punish the children who need to correct their behavior. He is seen wearing animal fur, torn and dirty clothes, and sometimes wears deer antlers on his head. And hence the German word bells translates to fur, and nickel refers to St. Nicholas. Belschnickel.
Okay. Belschnickel.
Traditionally in Germany, St. Nicholas's Day is December 6th, where both St. Nick and Belschnickel visit, for on Christmas Eve, the Christ child is the one who brings presents. Now, according to Visit PA Americana, upon his arrival, children are called upon to answer questions for him or sing him a song. In exchange, he throws cakes, candies, and nuts onto the floor. If children dive greedily for the treats or can't recount their good behavior throughout the year, the Belschnickel will threaten to swat their hands or back with his switch.
Oh, no.
Yay. The well-mannered boys and girls get rewarded with the treats. The Belschnickel's visit serves to remind children that they still have time to stay out of mischief before Christmas Day and to think twice before misbehaving. Yeah. Now, if a child is deemed naughty, sometimes Belschnickel requires them to do a penance, such as recite a Bible verse or poem for their transgressions. Yeah. Now, in the Jacob Brown collection of essays entitled Brown's Miscellaneous Writings, discussed around the year 1830, he wrote about Belschnickel. He was known as Christkinkle or Belschnickel, and sometimes as the Christmas woman. Children then not only saw the mysterious person, but felt him, or rather his stripes, upon their backs with his switch. The annual visitor would make his appearance some hours after dark, thoroughly disguised, especially the face, which would sometimes be covered with a hideously ugly fizz, generally wore a female garb, hence the name Christmas woman. Sometimes it would be a veritable woman, but with masculine force and action. He or she would be equipped with an ample sack about the shoulders filled with cakes, nuts, and fruits, and a long hazel switch, which was supposed to have some kind of a charm in it as well as a sting. One hand would scatter the goodies upon the floor, and then the scramble would begin by the delighted children, and the other hand would ply the switch upon the backs of the excited youngsters, who would not show a wince, but had it been parental discipline, there would have been screams to reach a long distance. The Belschnickel tradition was most popular during the 19th century and survived the 20th century here and there, but over the years seemed to have merged with Santa Claus. But the tradition was brought over to Indiana by immigrants from the Palatinate and still lives in the homes of the Pennsylvania Dutch. Belschnickel is also popular in parts of Newfoundland, Nova Scotia.
Very cool.
Yeah. And now, as Angela got so excited.
Yeah.
So in pop culture, as I mentioned, Dwight Schrute dressed as Belschnickel in season 9 and decided if whether his coworkers were impish or admirable. That was so fun.
That was very fun.
And in 2020, the Netflix film The Christmas Chronicles 2 features Belschnickel, the antagonist whose goal is to destroy Christmas. So there you go. Belschnickel.
Belschnickel. I love it.
The next ominous holiday character stems from the Alpine regions of southern Germany and Austria, where you have Krampus on December 5th, but then Frau Perkta, a.k.a. the belly slitter, a.k.a. the Christmas witch, to visit during the Feast of the Epiphany on January 6th. So we have the Christmas witch.
The Christmas witch.
A dual-faced goddess, she stems from Germanic pagan tradition known as Berchta, or Bertha, meaning bright or shining one, protected by women and children. Because of her caring nature, Berchta would look after the spirits of children who died before they were baptized. And this was at a time when infant mortality was high, so women needed some comfort knowing their babies were okay. So she's sweet.
Oh.
Well, she was. She is so because she's got dual. So she's a goddess of in-between places, meaning she can be found between safety and danger, life and death. But by the 12th century, the church changed her name to Perkta as to fearmonger.
Oh, no.
Yes, Perkten are frightening monsters, which I'll go into soon. So Perkta was now known as the leader of the monsters. What was the beautiful white goddess was now seen as an ugly crone with an iron face, a hooked nose, and one large foot that was sometimes called a goose foot or swan foot. She also carried a knife in her skirts to slit the bellies of anyone who crossed her.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
That's why it was the belly slitter. Then in the 15th century, Perkta was associated with Christmas because she was known as the Christmas hag who would capture and eat children or stuff the children into her sack and carry them away. Oh, and if you were lazy or your home was not clean enough or you were found to be spinning or weaving on the holiday, which I'm going to be crocheting.
Yeah, me too. And my house is never clean enough. So I think, oh no.
Yeah. Or you basically don't celebrate the 12 days of Christmas properly. Perkta would slit your stomach open with her knife, then stuff it with straw, rocks, and other rubbish, then stitch it back up before moving on to her next victim.
Dude.
Yeah, we're screwed, Angela.
Yeah, I'm so screwed. So screwed.
She's not fond of unruly children at all, so she would bring a posse of zombie-like helpers with her on her rampages. But some say if you are on your best behavior and not lazy, she will appear to you as a beautiful young woman. Definitely, if you're good, she would place a small silver coin in a shoe or pail. So this is an old woodcut of what she looked like compared. Like, this is good, this is bad.
Oh my gosh.
And then this was when she was the beauty, like, in charge of the children.
In charge of the children.
Yeah.
That's so sad that they like
Seriously,
downgraded her.
right?
I'm like, dude, she's awesome.
She was really caring, and then
But now she would like totally punish me because
right, we're screwed.
Yeah, I'm totally screwed. I'm totally screwed.
Well, the most family-friendly version of her is obviously her good side, which is known as Grandmother Winter, the woman who makes the snow.
Aw.
And I mentioned the Perkten. Pretty sure I touched up on them, like I said, in the Krampus episode. But Perktenlauf, the Christmas festival celebrated in Austria and other European countries, has men dressed as terrible beasts with large horns. Or the Perkten that follow Perkta are supposedly celebrated in order to frighten away the cold, evil spirits, or winter by out-uglying them. This is from Vice.com.
Out-uglying them.
Yes.
Oh, no.
So apparently these celebrations of Perkten were attempted to be distinguished in the 17th and 18th centuries. But it has made a big comeback in modern times. So this is a photo I showed you at one point.
Oh, yeah. I remember them.
So
okay.
they're the Perkten. Kind of like Krampus.
Yeah, they look a lot like Krampus.
Yes. Okay, next. I want to take you over to the French regions of Alsace, I'm going to say, and Lorraine, where the legend of the Christmas Scarecrow lives on.
The Christmas Scarecrow?
That's right.
Oh,
the Christmas
no.
Scarecrow. Let me show you cool pictures, okay?
Oh, no. You guys, this is terrifying. I don't like it. No.
Someone drew a really cool
Why?
one. But there's an old version. See, there's a good one, and that's the scarecrow.
Oh, no. You guys, why? Christmas is supposed to be happy and festive. He's so scary.
No, we got to scare you into being good, apparently.
Oh, man.
Now, searching around the internet about the tale of Hans Trapp, the Christmas scarecrow, I found that Ripley's.com tells the best version, so I'm going to tell you from here, okay?
Okay.
Hans Trapp, according to the story, lived in the 1400s, a rich, powerful, and merciless man who was feared by the people of Alsace. His thirst for power was so great that he turned to deals with the devil to enhance his power and status. Hearing of this, the Pope himself excommunicated Trapp, and after which he was banished from Alsace and his wealth and lands confiscated, all of which is nothing compared to what came next. Trapp was reduced to constructing a makeshift home in the mountains of Bavaria in Germany, and the legend goes on. Here, he continued to brood, and his evil desires festered. He developed a hankering to try the taste of human flesh. Finally, he became the dreaded Christmas scarecrow. Adorned in straw as a disguise, he waited on lonely roads for a victim. A boy, aged around 10, happened to cross his path one day, and Trapp stabbed the unfortunate shepherd's boy with a vicious, sharp stick. With the body safely back in his lair, Trapp sliced it into pieces and roasted it.
No.
But before he could eat, he was struck by a divine lightning bolt and killed.
Oh my gosh.
Today.
That's so gruesome. Like, how is this like?
It's a holiday one. Not a Halloween one. Nope.
Merry Christmas, kids. Gather around the fire. Let me tell you a story about the scarecrow.
This haunted scarecrow.
Oh.
Now, today, naughty children are warned that Hans Trapp's spirit lingers on and that he may visit them in his scarecrow disguise if they don't mend their ways. A popular boogeyman and a frightening tall tale, you may think, but nothing more than that. Sadly, though, we've got some bad news. The story seems to have been inspired by the incredible true tale of a real person.
No!
It's not that bad, I promise. It's funny,
my gosh!
He didn't murder and he didn't kill anybody, but it is based on the life of Hans von Trotha, born in 1450 and died in 1503. What we know of him is that he was an actual knight who was entrusted 2 castles in the Palatine territory, which occupied France and Germany. Apparently, there was a dispute with an abbot about property and possessions in one of the castles he was entrusted. The possessions apparently belonged to the monastery, but the abbot didn't want to let go of them. In retaliation, Hans von Trotha put up a dam to stop the water supply to the village below. The abbot was angry and complained, so he ended up tearing the dam down, but this wreaked havoc on the village, flooding it and destroying most of it. Hans started attacking the abbot at this point, and the emperor couldn't stop him, so the abbot went all the way up to the Vatican. When the Pope summoned Hans von Trotha to question his loyalty to the church, he refused to see him and instead wrote a letter that accused the Pope of immorality. The Pope then decided to excommunicate him, and the emperor was told to put up an imperial ban on him. Hans von Trotha died 2 years later of natural causes, but when he died, all charges against him were reversed and forgiven. At one point, local legends referred to Hans as the Black Knight, known to accompany Santa Claus and punish children who were unworthy of gifts. So it's not that bad, right? His real life was not as scary.
His real life is not as scary as the crazy, crazy story. Oh my gosh.
I don't know where they got that from, but they really spun that hard. So
yeah, they did.
All right.
Oh, man.
That's fun. Huh?
All of this to keep your kids in line when they get all excited around Christmas and parents are like, I need you to just take it down.
Right?
Instead of being like, I need you to just take it down a level. Let's bring it down. Your level is way up here.
Too much.
Let's bring it down to
back.
here. No, they're like, there's a scarecrow that's going to come out and eat you. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I love it so much.
Parents are scary, man.
Yeah. Okay, the next ominous creature isn't super ominous, but I had to add it in because they're kind of cute. And they're from Norway.
Oh, I love them. Look at the little gnomes.
Yep.
They're so cute.
The gnomes. They're called Nisse. Their origins in Norway, but they're also known as a tomte in Sweden. And this is what we think of as a gnome.
Good gnome.
A tiny bearded man wearing a red coned shape hat. In the year 1200, a Swedish man found a 6-inch tall wooden statue depicting one in a fisherman's house in Norway with the words Nisse, riktig størrelse, which translates to Nisse, correct size. They like to stay around farms and help with chores. In return, they request a bowl of porridge with butter on top. If they don't get that, they will wreak havoc.
Yeah. So it's really funny because, like, if you anybody play The Sims?
I used to all the time.
So you can have gnomes in The Sims.
I didn't know.
In the holiday.
You play it on your computer, right?
Yeah. Okay. If you have like different packs or whatever, they do have a holiday pack where you can like get these gnomes, and then same thing, you have to give them gifts, otherwise they're gonna like do stuff to your house.
That is so
to make
cool.
them happy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Very cool. Oh, by the way, I'm reading this from USA Today.
But I want some gnomes to come do chores around my house.
Seriously,
nice.
wouldn't that be awesome? I'll give them everything. Come do my house chores. So when the Nisse got no butter on his Christmas porridge is a tale about a girl putting butter on the bottom of a Nisse's porridge instead of on the top. When the Nisse first saw the porridge, he got upset and killed the farmer's best cow.
Oh no!
Then came back.
That's not good. Don't
don't
Stop
killing your farm animals. And they came back to eat the porridge. Upon discovering the butter at the bottom, he felt remorse and stole the neighbor's best cow to replace the one he killed. This little mischievous little thing. I love it.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
So I had to throw that in. The Nisse.
I love it. That's a good little story of chaos. Just like,
oh, whoops. Let me go steal something over here.
That's just, reaction and overreaction. That's insane.
Kind of reminds me of my husband. He is very Norwegian. Then. There you go.
I love it.
Maybe he's a Nisse.
Hovland.
Yeah, Hovland. Okay, so this last one, I thought my whole story time was gonna be longer, but it probably is compared because this last one is amazing. The story, I love it.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're going to Iceland, where popular holiday characters have some believe that are actual living figures, which is so cool. I want to dive into that.
What?
We're going to dive into the ogress Grilla, also known as Hilda, her mischievous Yule lads, and their bloodthirsty Yule cat.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So there's actual statues of Grilla and her husband in Iceland. You can see them.
That's so crazy.
They're creepy.
Oh my goodness.
I love this. But there's some backstory. I love all this. Okay. Oh, here's the Yule lads, which I'm going to go into soon.
Okay, they're very cute. They kind of look like the Seven Dwarfs.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, some of them look scarier than the others. Ooh! Hi, kitty.
There's the Yule cat.
So big.
Yes.
That's the size of the bobcat that was eating all my chickens.
No. No. I'll talk about them all soon. So I'm sure the ogress or troll, Grilla, was a tale passed down from generation to generation via word of mouth over centuries ago. However, we first see her mentioned in texts in the 13th century from the Islendinga Saga, or Saga of Icelanders, and Sverris Saga, the subject of King Sverre Sigurdsson of Norway, back in the late 12th to early 13th century. That's a long time ago.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Enormous and repulsive. She was originally described as a parasitic beggar, checking with parents to see if they give her their disobedient children to eat.
Ah!
Yep. Details on what she looked like has changed from person to person, but at one point she had 15 tails, each of which held 100 bags with 20 children.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Some poems said she had 300 heads, each with 3 eyes.
That's too many heads.
I don't know where they all are, but you
have 300
heads.
Oh
now, if
gosh.
she gets her hands on these badly behaved children, she would pick them up, put them into her sack, and then cook them in her cauldron. She lived in a small cottage, but then later poems and tales had her forced out of town and into a remote cave. Her husband is named Lepaludi, and both were cannibals, and they did prey mostly on children, but didn't mind eating fully grown men as well.
Ah!
Grilla was not fully connected to Christmas until the 17th century. Quick little history of Iceland. Christianity came over to the country about 1000 AD, once the king of Norway decreed everyone should be Christian. It didn't completely wipe out the original traditions of Iceland, but instead they blended into Christian traditions, and eventually there was a diluted version of their old ways. But Christians were not very happy with the idea of thieving trolls in the mountains. So a 16th century law came into play that stated all disorderly and scandalous entertainment at Christmas and other times are strongly forbidden on pain and serious punishment. And this was because of the scary tales of the Yule lads. Now, who are the Yule lads?
Who are the Yule lads?
Well, Grilla and Lepaludi, her third husband, BT Dub, because she
did she eat her other ones?
She killed and ate her first husband, then murdered her second husband.
Oh, he was not worth eating, I guess.
He didn't taste as good.
Yeah. Oh, weird.
So they went on to have their own ogre and troll children. As I mentioned, Grilla was lumped into Christmas traditions. It was told to children that if they misbehaved year-round, Grilla would come from the mountains during Christmas to search nearby towns for her next meal. She threw the naughty children she came across into her giant sack and created a stew with them. And according to legend, there is never a shortage of food for Grilla. So here come the Yule lads.
Yeah.
The number ranges over the years. At one point, there were 80.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. But most know now there are 13 Yule lads. The current view of the Yule lads are that they're just little mischievous but friendly characters who descend onto villages one by one during the 13 days before Christmas. According to Mental Floss, the half ogre, half trolls are said to break into houses and terrify children while their mother, Grilla, stuffed the bad kids into a sack to bring home for her stew. Yeah, this is terrifying in its own right. However, they were first known as quite mean characters that stole your Christmas food. Instead of asking for nourishment, they would steal it themselves, like the milk from a sheep, who would leave the family without the nourishment. Now, here is the breakdown of each Yule lad, again, thanks to the Mental Floss website.
Nice.
1, Stekjastar, or sheepcoat clod. Yeah.
Sheepcoat clod.
Yes. Stekjastar is said to have long, stiff legs. He sneaks onto farms and steals milk straight from the farmers' ewes. During the winter's months, when the winds would blow and farmers would hear the sheep bleating, it was believed that the animals were being harassed by Stekjastar. Meanie.
Yeah, very mean.
2, Giljagar, or Gollygok.
I like the way you
These
say
are funny names.
Gollygok.
Gollygok. According to legend, this Yule lad would hide in gullies all over town and then sneak into cow sheds to steal milk, sometimes right from the animal. While this may not seem like a big deal, in doing so, Giljagar was robbing people of a key ingredient in many Icelandic dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the milk, you
Yeah,
can.
that's mean.
Yeah.
3, Stufur, or Stubby.
Stubby!
Shorter than the rest of his brothers, Stufur was infamous for stealing pots and pans containing leftover crust. This might seem harmless enough, but many families depended on leftovers to get them through the long winters. And in some cases, their pots and pans might be the most valuable items they owned. 4.
I like the
I don't know how to say it. Voruslaker, because do you see that? It's like, looks like a P, but I don't know if that is a P.
Oh, well, that is very interesting. I have no idea.
Icelandic, I have no idea. Sorry, everybody. It
Who
looks
speaks
like a P.
Icelandic? Let
Not
us
me.
know. You can email us at theominous@gmail.com.
Perfect. Voruslaker, or spoon licker.
Spoon licker!
Abnormally thin and with a self-explanatory name, the spoon licker would sneak into homes and lick unwashed cutlery. I would have him. That's fine.
That's funny.
Number 5, pottaskeffel, or pot scraper. Just like the spoon licker, pottaskeffel steals leftovers. 6, askasli. Oh my Gosh. Askus Laker or Bull Licker. There we go. It's creepy enough that Askus Laker sneaks into homes in the middle of the night to lick leftovers that are in bowls. But to make matters worse, he hides under the beds of children and waits for them to fall asleep before sneaking whatever is left.
No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
That is creepy.
Ooh.
Herdaskeller, number 7, or door slammer. Herdaskeller seems particularly evil. Legend has it that he would sneak into homes all across Iceland and slam doors in the middle of the night while people were trying to sleep.
Oh, no.
Dude. Skiergammer or Skier Gobbler. Skyr, which is a lot like yogurt, which is what I actually eat from Trader Joe's. Thank you, Trader Joe's.
Yay.
This is number 8. It's a key ingredient in the Icelandic diet, especially around the holidays. So you can imagine an Icelander's disappointment after waking up and finding that Skiergammer has stolen most of it. See, they're all just thieves. Number 9.
Well, except for door slammer.
Door slammer.
I think I would rather have door slammer come
and slam
over
doors?
Yeah, over any of the other ones, because the other ones are stealing like food. And this guy's just waking you up. You can take a nap. It's
or
okay.
hiding under your bed.
Yeah. I don't like that hiding.
I don't
under
like
your
that
bed.
one either. Ugh, this one's hard too. Bjugnak Kraker. Okay. Or sausage swiper.
Sausage swiper.
Starting December 20th. One has to be particularly careful about keeping an eye on their smoked sausage. It's said that Bjugnak Kraker will break into people's homes and hide in the rafters. Once the coast is clear, he'll swoop down and snatch any available sausage. Sausage swiper. They're fun, right?
No, it's really funny because it's kind of like my brain is jumping to like, this is just giving people all kinds of excuses to just like raid other people's homes and be like, it was the troll. Yeah, it's the Yule lads. The Yule lads came. Oh no. I would play so many pranks on my kids doing this too.
You don't need Shelf on the Elf. You need the Yule lads.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate these words. I love them at the same time. Glugagager? Glugagager. Or window peeper.
No.
This is number 10. As if having monsters break into your house and steal food isn't bad enough, Icelanders also have to watch for peeping in their windows. Glugagager not only served as a reminder for children to not go outside during the dark, cold winter months, but served as eyes for his mother, keeping track of naughty children she could steal and boil for dinner.
Ew.
Window peeper. 11. Gata peffer or door sniffer.
Why are you sniffing doors?
Well, let's talk about this one. This Yule lad was known for his abnormally large nose, which he would use to sniff out baked goods. Legend has it that he was forever searching for laufabrauð or leaf bread, a Christmas delicacy often decorated with intricate patterns. There you go. That's why he's sniffing at the doors for your bread.
Oh.
Yeah. 12. Kettkroker or meat hook.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Kettkroker would lurk in different locations in the house, and when everyone was asleep, use a long hook to steal the centerpiece of the Christmas meal, meat. Yeah.
That's the worst Yule lad ever.
Yes, you don't want this one.
No.
Unlike his brother Bjugnek Kraker, who only enjoyed smoked sausage, Gata Peffer didn't discriminate when it comes to his animal protein. Interesting. He goes by 2 names. There you go. Okay, 13. Kurtisnicker or candle beggar. Like his siblings, at first the crimes of Kurtisnicker or the candle stealer may seem harmless, but they're not. In years past, candles were a vital part of surviving the winter in Iceland, since they provided light during the long hours without sun. And Kurtisnicker didn't even use the candles. Instead, he ate the tallow they were made from. To make matters worse, rather than hiding out like his siblings, Kurtisnicker stole candles right out of children's hands.
Ah!
So those are those 13 Yule lads.
Oh, man. I don't.
They're kind of mean, right?
They're very mean. This is like crazy. Iceland, you're nuts.
Yeah, I love it. Now, I mentioned earlier that some believe these Yule lads were not just the creation of imaginative minds. Magnus Skarfedinsson, headmaster of Iceland's elf school. Yes, there is a school where you can learn everything and anything about elves. Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
And he's one of the country's top elf researchers. He believes they're like the quote-unquote hidden people.
Oh.
As a website, Atlas Obscura explains, the Huldafolk, or hidden people of Iceland, are creatures that live in another dimension very close to us. Terry Gurrell, folklorics professor at the University of Iceland, says that in the 12th century, there was a clear conceptual difference between nature spirits and Alfar, the elves of the Nordic settlers. Iceland was a multicultural place, and over time, these separate concepts have morphed together. Bless you.
Sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys.
You're good. Over time, these separate concepts have morphed together into that of the hidden people. One theory about the hidden people is that they were the dirty, strange children of Eve that she hid from God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and when God discovered her secrets, condemned them to an alternate world. Others say they are fallen angels. But Icelanders take the hidden folk very seriously. The Elf School has cataloged numerous accounts of Icelanders interacting with the hidden folk, such as a young girl who heard a rock yell, "If you do not come down from the rock at once, you will be punished," while she was standing on it.
What?
Yeah. Or the woman who saw a group of people singing on a nearby hill before they disappeared.
Ooh.
And on the Elf School website, they have surveyed that 54% of Icelanders believe that elves exist. And Skarfedinsson has a count of over 800 Icelanders who have seen elves, and 4 or 5 that have even seen the Yule lads.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So these people claim they were dressed in old-fashioned clothing, a little dirty, a little rude and hungry, trying to get food. And this is how they were described before Christmas took over. More recently, though, the Yule lads have changed into a more jovial appearance, resembling Santa or Saint Nicholas. For Icelandic children, they leave out their shoes, and if they were good, they'll receive toys and presents. If they were naughty, they receive rotten potatoes.
Oh, no.
The Yule lads, like Santa, are dressed in red with sacks of toys. Now, before we leave Iceland, let's talk about the Jólakötturinn, or Jólaköttur, the huge Yule cat that reminds me of Fenris the huge wolf in Thor Ragnarok.
Yay!
Because I was like, oh my God, it's huge.
It is.
It's mean.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No mean kitties.
It's a mean. The origin of the Yule cat is not as old as Grilla and her Yule lads. It was first mentioned in a collection of folklore by Jean Arneson in 1862. Here, the Yule cat is described as a beast that would either eat people who did not receive new clothes for Christmas or eat their Christmas bit, an extra portion of food given to residents of a farm. It's hard to really say where the source of the Yule cat came from, but traditionally the Yule cat was used as a threat and incentive for farm workers to finish processing the wool collected in the fall before Christmas. Those that worked were rewarded with new clothes. Those that did not would receive nothing and would be pretty for the Yule cat.
Aw, it's a big kitty.
I said pretty. It's supposed to be pray, but that's
Pray.
okay.
Yeah, pray
You
for
get
the
it.
Yule cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw.
So there's the Yule cat.
Yeah, I would definitely be pray for the Yule cat because I have not finished processing at all
Your wool.
my fleece. So much
But
left.
you probably have some clothes under the. Well, I'll talk about that. So
Yeah, I should not live in Iceland because like get me on.
we get eaten.
Yeah.
The Yule cat was then established as Christmas folklore in 1932 when the Jólakötturinn was in a poetry collection by Jóhannes Úr Kotlum. The Yule cat was seen as a man-eating monster and became a common part of Christmas festivities and decorations in Iceland. And by the same manner as the farmers, if children finished their chores before Christmas, they would be rewarded with new clothes. If the children were lazy and didn't finish their work, the Jólakötturinn would come and eat them. Yeah. By the mid-20th century, Jólakötturinn was seen as a pet of Grilla and her sons. The smallest Yule lad, Stufur, is the only one who can direct the Yule cat, and he rides the cat across the countryside.
Yay.
So this cat is taller than any house and peers through windows to see what kids have received as presents. In a humbling sort of way, though, the Yule Cat sort of inspires children to be generous and gives clothes to those who are less fortunate as to protect them from the monstrous creature. Now, real quick, this is pretty much the end of my story, but funny story is that we've wrapped our presents, most of them, and put them under the tree because we just did that. Like I was telling you, I didn't want to do it on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. That's so good of you.
Yes. And my little one was feeling around some of the presents, and he's like, this one's definitely clothes because it's like soft, right? And it's for him. And he's like, I wonder, it's probably a shirt or something. I was like, well, it could be a shirt, could be pants, could be socks. He's like, who gives socks for Christmas?
We do. We give socks and underwear for Christmas.
Yeah. Nope. Those were socks.
Nice. I love
it. But he got new clothes. So he's going to be, okay from the Yule Cat.
He did his chores.
Yeah. Well, sort of. But yeah, so those are the ominous holiday creatures.
Those are so good. The worst one, I think, is the scarecrow.
Yes.
But
Hans von Trapp.
But oh my gosh. It's hilarious because these are all stories that parents tell their kids to get their kids to leave them alone and behave. That's where it all comes from.
To be good.
Oh, but I love it. Oh, but some of them are terrifying though.
Right?
It's so bad.
It's so bad. I don't want to get my belly slit open. Sorry, Perkta.
No. I know. She would get me so bad because my house is not clean. And
nope.
Yeah, no.
No, my house isn't clean. I'm probably crocheting on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Do you guys know any of these stories or have any other stories that you would like to share with us about any Christmas ominous type creatures or anything else around the world? We want to know.
Yes.
You can email us at theominousstitch@gmail.com. You can also go over to podbean.com and look at the Ominous Stitch podcast and get show notes from this and see all the crazy pictures that Nicole posts. I'm telling you, the worst picture ever is that stupid scarecrow.
Well, it's
terrifying.
funny because that's from a website that put this all together, and whoever drew it is amazing. He made made characters for all of them.
Yeah. It's so good. The pictures are so good. But anyway, hop over to podbean.com and look up show notes for this episode or any other previous episode. Get caught up on all of the things.
Yeah.
You can also become a patron.
Woo-hoo.
We love our patrons. Merry Christmas to Mike and Janet and Avery and Brittany and Kate.
Good job.
And Becca.
Yes.
Did I get them all?
I think you did.
Yay.
That was amazing.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Happy
New
holidays.
Year. Happy. Oh, I did it. Oh, shoot.
I told you to do it. Oh, I didn't do it. You did. Happy. No. We do. No, you don't do that one.
It's the holiday
It's
season.
season.
That's what it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so okay. Now I did it. Take a stitch. I did it.
You did it.
Oh man. But become a patron today. Join our
Please.
little patron army. Get exclusive patron content. Get little gifts from us.
Get some gifts.
And we love our patrons.
We do.
They help us make this possible for you guys.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You have no idea.
We're just by ourselves, our lonesome selves.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. What else? You can go over to any of our little social medias. We're on
trying.
all of the things.
Yep.
And just give us a quick shout out. We want to connect with you guys any way that you want to say hi and just wish everybody happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And okay.
Movie
I
review?
think that's it. Yeah, it's time for movie. It's movie time.
This week's movie review, Trollhunter. Released in 2010, IMDb rating of 6.9 stars, and the synopsis. A group of students investigates a series of mysterious bear killings, but learns that there are much more dangerous things going on. They start to follow a mysterious hunter, learning that he is actually a troll hunter.
Trollhunter.
So do you see why I picked this movie?
I do understand why you picked this movie now. Yes.
It's awesome, right?
It's way better than the other movie that we were going to do, but it's still like really
It's
funny.
so
'Cause,
cheesy.
it's Norwegian
Yes.
and it's in the style of Blair Witch. So again, this is like found footage of these students that are trying to be investigated.
They first were like, oh, these bear killings. Oh, and then they find out later it's trolls.
It's trolls.
It's not bears.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because they give you a lot of troll facts and then you learn a lot about who the trolls are. And the way that they film the trolls it's really cool. So their CGI technology or whatever they did is
looks
really
great.
good. Yeah,
it looks like
it
they're
really
there.
good. But the dialogue is lost in translation a little bit. It's
I don't
very
like
funny.
that. I wish there was the actual Norwegian.
Yeah. They just translated it instead of dubbed it.
I wish I could hear the Norwegian and then just had
the English subtitles. Yeah.
I think it would have been better.
Yeah, probably would have been better because it's
they changed dialogue so much that it becomes so cheesy at some point.
Yeah.
And they're listening
the
to
voiceover acting is never that great.
Yeah. They're listening to like American country music at one point.
I'm it's funny.
Yeah. I'm like, really? Are you really listening to that? I can't tell. But yeah, it's cool. Like she said, it's that Blair Witch style, but better. I'm not getting dizzy through it.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because, like she said, you get to see all the different types of trolls and
that was cool.
Yeah,
that was cool. The trolls were cool.
Yes.
And that was the best part of the movie.
The best part is
and the
actually
scenery was really neat.
Yes.
The way they filmed it, all the shots, it's all, it's all out in nature.
Yes.
So it was really cool.
There's one scene that I was talking to Angela about where it's towards the end and they go out and they see the landscape has been destroyed. And I'm like, did they do that? Or they
had
just
to have like found it or they knew that was there or something.
But it looks like a troll had stomp through it. It's
Some
cool.
of the trees are broken very strangely and then they're all like down and fell.
This was like not a whole acre, but it's pretty big.
It's a pretty big area. Yeah,
which is so cool. I love that part. Like that's more convincing than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little cheesy. There's like this, spoiler alert, there's a troll service. So they know there's a government side that knows there's trolls out there and they're treated like wild animals at this point. But they don't want anybody to know about them. Like they don't want the public to know.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. It's because they're huge. Like, how do you hide trolls?
Yeah, how do you hide trolls?
I don't know.
It's really funny. They spoiler alert, they hide them in power lines.
Yes.
They trap them like fairy rings. They kind of trap them in these power lines.
Like dinosaurs.
Yeah, they can't. Yes. They can't cross the power lines, but then unless the power lines go down,
right,
then the trolls get out.
And that's kind of this whole premise of this story.
And
they're really dumb. They explain they're so dumb that they'll even eat rocks and things like
one ate his own tail.
Yeah. One ate his own tail. And the funniest part, which maybe one of you can tell us why, this whole thing about Christianity. So if you believe in God.
Yeah, if you believe in God, the troll can smell you and then they'll kill you. Yeah. Which I thought was very weird.
Is it because it's so rooted in pagan? Like, I don't know. It's so weird. That's the only thing that I was very confused about. So if someone knows about that, please tell me.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah.
But other than that, sure, it was a fine movie.
It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah. The I can't think of the word. The trolls and the CGI, but I don't know if they used CGI. They had to have, but the way they integrated the
trolls.
The trolls. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's a day.
Our brains.
So yeah, my brain doesn't want to work anymore. It's done. 2023. It's like I am done working I don't want to work for 2023. Anymore. I'm done. That's it.
We'll watch movies and that's it.
Oh man. But yeah. So no, the way that they did the trolls and the CGI, and that looked really good. It was very seamless. I liked it. Yeah. But there are lots of things that were lost in translation. So it's kind of hard for me to give it like a high grade.
Right. So it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it's kind of cheesy. So I'm going to say it's probably about like, I don't know, 5. I'll give it a 5.
I was close to that. I was going to say 5.5.
Oh, see? Yeah. We're all on the same lines
here. Because it's like, it's entertaining. Uh-huh. It's kind of fun to watch and have a whole different concept of this legend of Norway and of the Scandinavian area.
Yeah.
But it's just so far-fetched that...
Yeah.
At one point, it's like screaming and yelling. I'm like, who does not hear that? Like,
yeah.
I know they're out in the wilderness, but come on.
Trollhunters of Arcadia is a better show. So watch that.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's a cartoon.
Oh. Well, when I typed in Trollhunters, that came up.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Nice.
It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Kelsey Grammer's in it,
which
is
fun.
Funny. Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, he's good.
Well, yeah, so go see Trollhunter if you want. It's free on Crackle. I could stitch to it, even though like you want to see the trolls, then you might want to look up here and there.
Yeah. Look up here and there.
Yeah.
When the trolls are on, and you'll hear them. They aren't subtle about when the trolls are there. They're like, trolls! you're like, huh? And you look up, you see the troll. That's the best part, is seeing the trolls.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I love how this troll hunter is just so tired of his job that he's like, yeah, come on, come record.
Fine,
I don't
whatever.
care. He was funny. But yeah, go see it. It's a fun one if you want to kind of take a look at trolls.
Yeah. Yay!
Woo!
All right. Well, I guess that's it for 2023, guys.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I'm like thinking in my head. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody.
I hope you get a good, relaxing time.
Enjoy
with
your season.
Yep.
Crochet your little hearts out.
Woo, woo.
And we will catch you in 2024. Woo. Until then, we'll see you, Stitchers.
See you, Stitchers.